Hey everyone, welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders and the PDX Picker channel. My name is Chris. We're going to pull some orders sold for me on eBay and Poshmark, give an update on a shipping claim that I put in with the USPS, an update on my death pile, talk about the reseller life in general, what's going on in my world. So stick around after the intro song. We'll get to pulling those orders, talking about those topics.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? Pez dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
Okay, we have 8 items going out, 1 on Poshmark, 7 on eBay. This is in the past 2 days. So 2 days worth of sales, only 8 items. Things are still not selling all that fast. But at least there's 8 things going out, and at least I have enough items to make an order pull video. So let's go ahead and get started. Pull that first and only Poshmark item. I'm going to interject or interrupt this video to do a big, huge shout out, a big thank you. So somewhat recently, I was able to launch memberships on my channel. It's just an opportunity for anyone who's interested in supporting the channel. You can pay a small monthly fee of $2.99 to become a member of my channel. You'll get a few perks as part of it. So the perks are you get loyalty badges when you comment. There'll be a badge next to your comments. You can use certain emojis, and then also you will get a member shout out. So I will shout you out every video with either just a name scroll, thank you to the members, and so I'll at least do that. But for this first one, I got my first member that joined. Huge thank you to HarleyGal143. You are my first member. You also gave me a super thanks, which I really, really appreciate. It was very touching. It feels good to know that I've made a connection to some of you out there, and especially to HarleyGal143. All of you long-term viewers, I really appreciate. But again, thank you so much, HarleyGal143, for being my first member and showing me some support. It means a lot. It means a ton. Because, as I've mentioned before, all of my videos, all the time that I've put into doing this in the past, it's all been for free. There's no money that I've made until now. I've made a little bit of money thanks to my first member. So thank you very much, HarleyGal, and we will always be sure to shout you out. And any of you that are interested in becoming members in the future now or in the future, just click that join button near where my name is on the subscription, where it would normally say subscribe. You can just click join and it'll pop up with the membership levels. Right now there's just one, $2.99 a month. There might be more in the future. There might, most likely not. But anyway, thanks again, HarleyGal, and back to the video. I had these listed a lot higher. These are really nice Sorel men's boots, waterproof. New, they're quite expensive, $120 or so, and these are basically new. I bet you they were worn once or twice. So I asked, on the high side, $90 for these. And I got some interest, a couple of watchers, a couple of likes, but nobody sent me an offer or anything. Kim? I started to get aggressive with some of the offers I was sending out. So I sent on Poshmark, I sent an offer for $60 to 3 or 4 likers, and somebody countered at 50. And again, sales just not that great, so I went ahead and took it. Here are the boots right here. They are the Atlas Axe Sorel boots, size 11.5. Like I said, really good condition. Probably worn more than a couple of times, but anyway, paid $12.99 for those at, I think at Goodwill. Nope, at my favorite thrift store. I am starting to see some success from the sales I'm running on eBay. Not so much for the offers. I did see an item that sold via promoted listing, but I've always had that one promoted. So it's not anything new with that. But first item that sold, I picked these up for $4. Not sure where. I think it was this garage sale that I went to that was kind of like at a business. Not positive. Now that I think about it, this was from a church rummage sale. I keep saying my church rummage sale. It's just a church rummage sale in my area that I really like. Usually find some good stuff. These are a pair of vintage, made in the USA Lucky jeans. Again, paid $4 for these. Made in the USA. Just some typical Y2K area Lucky brand jeans, and those sold for $19.54 plus shipping. Must have been some sort of offer. Maybe I sent out an offer on that, and somebody accepted it. About $4 into 19. So had those listed for a long time, long time. So happy to see those sell. So I mentioned a couple of videos in a row here that I had a item that I shipped, a Bose Wave radio. I shipped it and it was damaged somewhere along the way in shipping. The buyer was very helpful, sent me a lot of good photos. Also, they said they were willing to go to the post office if the post office needed to look at the item in person. I don't know what it was. The buyer has had experience with USPS insurance. They were convinced that it was going to be declined, but within 2 days, I got an approval on the claim, and they said they're going to pay it out. So, just waiting for a check in the mail. Super easy. As far as I know, the buyer didn't have to do anything. So I don't know if this is a change in the USPS insurance claims process, or if this is how it always is, or if we gave such compelling evidence. It's kind of surprising, the box from the outside didn't look like it would be damaged at all, but the item inside was definitely cracked. So anyway, it's good news once that check arrives, which I don't know how long it's going to take. It was approved on January 24th, and I don't think it's been mailed yet, but we will see. So hopefully that will put an end to the Bose Wave radio saga. It's quite an ordeal. All right, these next items that sold, finally, very excited. They are on a 25% off sale. And I've sold these before to a buyer who canceled, and these are semi-new Mego Marty Abrams DC. So we got Green Lantern and Lex Luthor here. I think these are from the early 2000s. Nope, not even close. 2018. So actually relatively recent, and I paid too much money for these. I think I paid $8 each. So we're looking at $16 combined. And those sold for just over $25. And also just in a long time. I decided to lot them together because, if I remember correctly, the Lex Luthor has a little bit more of a higher sell-through rate. These are, I don't know. These actually sell, whereas the Green Lantern doesn't really sell at all. So I thought if I lotted them together, they would sell. And it's a little bit better than I thought. These sold for $29.25. So $16 into $29.25. Not great, but at least they are finally sold and shipped and out the door. Like I mentioned, sold those in the past. Buyer never paid. Had this long saga, I think, with the same buyer who wanted to try and rebuy them. He was in the UK, and for whatever reason, the eBay International Shipping wouldn't allow him to buy it. He wanted me to look into it, which I did. I contacted eBay, and he was dying to buy those. Nothing ever came of it. Couldn't figure out why, for whatever reason, he couldn't buy it. So they just sat there for months and months and months, and now they're going somewhere here in the States. This sold. This is a baseball umpire's mask. It's a All-Star brand. Picked this up for $6.99 at Goodwill, and it sold very quickly for $26.99 plus shipping. I think about 3 weeks or so for that one. Give you an update on my death pile. You'll have to trust me, it is a little bit smaller. It's not noticeable, I don't think anyway. That section right there, I think I'm pointing to the right place. A little bit lower there. I have taken out quite a few clothes that I washed because even though I washed them one time, they needed to be rewashed because maybe they had dust on them. Sometimes I drop items on the floor, they get dusty up there. I had them actually up on the shelf for quite some time, so I had kind of a clothes death pile up there. So I took all those down and some from there. So we're making progress. It is slow, but kind of steady. So that's good. This is a Goodwill outlet find. Picked this up right as I was about to leave. Took a little bit of time to sell, maybe 3 months or so. It's this Alfie carafe, chrome insulated vacuum coffee pourer thing. It's made in Germany. Kind of heavy, probably paid $4 or $5 for it at the outlet because it is relatively heavy and I wasn't buying a whole bunch of other things at the time, so I didn't get the discount for if you buy over 25 pounds. Basically the price cuts in half per pound. But anyway, that sold for $32.26 plus shipping. ALFI, I think these are vintage-ish. Pretty good things to pick up. They are German-made, and people like the style of them, I guess. I don't know, so definitely worth picking up if you find them in your area for probably $5 or less, as long as they're in good condition. Also happy to see this sell. I was really excited when I found this at the Goodwill near me. It was a vintage Bugs Bunny, and Bugs Bunny is probably my favorite all-time cartoon character. I loved watching Looney Tunes as a kid. So I found this Canadian Mountie Bugs Bunny. I think it was $2.99 that I paid for him. He's old. He's from 1989. So pretty vintage. You know, we're looking at 36 years. I did a quick search and there were several, like 2 others listed for very expensive. I don't know if any of them had sold. So sourcing mine so cheap, I knew I could list it for sale for much cheaper. Then I realized there's actually something missing on here. I think he had a vest or a sash or something. There's something missing on it. So I had to list it even lower than I thought. But it did sell for $18.71 plus shipping. So again, all these odd cents amounts are because there was some sort of offer that was sent in or sent out. So selling a lot of things on offer. And the other thing he had, he's got half of his whiskers are trimmed off. So not in the best of condition, but he still sold for some pretty good money. And not too long. It was probably 6 months. So not horribly bad. By the time this video gets released, I should have already released this other video, so I will go over my surprise news, which isn't really a surprise, but all of this right here is stuff that I picked up at a storage unit auction that I kind of decided to do very last minute. Decided to bid on it about a day before it closed, and basically everything from here back and from here back, so all this stuff is things from the storage unit. There's some I hope that there's a box that's labeled inappropriately right there, because the people that sold or that owned the unit, they had a sense of humor on labeling some of the boxes. I hope you've watched it. If you haven't, please check it out. There was some interesting things in there. It was an adventure. It was hard work. This is the second time I've done this. I forget how much work it is. So it was a 10 by 10 unit, pretty stacked, you know, this high, 6 feet high or more, all the way around. Lots of big furniture, and ended up with over 2,000 pounds that we took to the dump, unfortunately. So a lot of the stuff in there was just no good. Gross, dirty, nasty, unsellable. But there was some good things in there. All in, including the dump run, including the U-Haul rental, I think I spent around $500. We should be able to make that money back. There are some cool things in there. There's a small jukebox that's interesting. There's some sort of what I believe is CBD manufacturing equipment that should get me something. There's a lot of RC parts in there. 2 radio control units that I hope to get about $75 each for them. There are a bunch of pocket knives. Some of the stuff I have in this pile is stuff that I want to take to donate. I was going to take these to donate, but then in the process of moving them, one of them broke. This is a nice guitar amplifier. These can sell for like 400 bucks. Got to test it out. It's by a company called Bugera, B-U-G-E-R-A. So I think I might be able to get 150 for that local sale. There were, I think, 4 or 5 gaming systems, maybe 6. I think because I ended up throwing one away. It was so nasty. But a whole bunch of gaming systems in there, all parts only. And there was an Atari, multiple Xbox 360s, and then I think a PS4. I highly doubt any of them are going to be working. So, you know, 15 bucks each on those. It's just a lot of work. A little bit of clothing, a couple of shoes, a couple of tops, but not too many. Some tools, but nothing super spectacular. So, yeah. Watch that video if you haven't already. You can. Oh, there's a welding machine in there. Older one. Don't know how good it is, but so a lot of decent stuff in there. But man, that was work. So I'm just hoping the views come in. The primary reason I did it, I'm just going to be 100% transparent. I don't need the inventory at all, but the primary reason I did it is I've heard that storage unit auction videos can do quite well on YouTube. Shout out Harley Gal. She kind of reminded me of it, and in a comment that she made a few videos past, a few weeks back. So she kind of got me thinking about it again, and I'm just hoping that it gets enough views to get my viewing hours up. So, like I said, please watch it if you haven't already. Please like it and comment on it so it'll boost the algorithm and get some more views on there. All right. A couple more items. These boots are made for not making a ton of money. That was a terrible attempt at these boots are made for walking. Pun. I bought these Tony Lama boots. They were $20. They're in good condition. These black, kind of plain Tony Lama boots. Good condition, good size. Had them listed for, I think, 75 bucks. And just not getting any traction. Tony Lama, made in the USA. A better view on them here. I don't know if it's because they were just kind of plain like this, you know, all black. Some nice tooling on there, but like I said, good condition, minimal wear. Listed for 75. They ended up in my 25% off sale, so they're down to like 50 some dollars. And then somebody sent me an offer for $42, and I said yes. Let's get it. So let's get them out of here. So I made a little bit of a profit. Inching a little bit closer. Really, I just want to make $4,000 in the month of January as well. I want to surpass my last year's total by a little bit, but we still got, it's the 29th, and we still have probably $400 to go. So it's unlikely to happen. I've been listing away. Listing a lot of clothing that I know is not the best thing because it's not quick sellers. A lot of t-shirts. Those are not quick sellers. But it is what it is. Just making do, doing the best we can. Last item of the day, I sold another one of these caster sets that I picked up for pennies. I mean, literally, it's actually 5 cents each. That's how much I paid for these at the Goodwill outlet. And this sold for $17.77 free shipping. These are just basic brand furniture casters. Kind of these antique brass finish on them. $17.77 free shipping. I've now sold 2. I paid $2 for 2 boxes of 40 total. So pure profit at this point. Slow sellers. But every little bit adds up, right? So, anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like it if you did. Subscribe to my channel. Get all the good stuff in your subscription feed moving forward. Good luck with your reselling ventures out there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.